Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
Question. Give religious teachings that promote each of the values given below. You may choose the teachings from any of the religions you have studied. 1. Peace. 2. Dignity. 3. Equality. 1. Peace. Christianity strongly emphasizes peace as both a divine gift and a personal responsibility. Jesus taught, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." Matthew 5, verse 9, encouraging believers not only to live peacefully, but to actively promote reconciliation and healing in their communities. This teaching elevates peacemaking to a sacred calling that reflects God's nature. Furthermore, in John 14, verse 27, Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you," which highlights that peace is more than just the absence of conflict. It is a deep, spiritual state rooted in divine presence. Christians are therefore encouraged to be peacemakers, bringing peace into their homes, relationships, and wider communities. In Buddhism, peace is cultivated through personal discipline and mental clarity, as prescribed in the Eightfold Path, particularly through right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration meditation. Right effort involves letting go of harmful thoughts and maintaining positive mental habits. Right mindfulness encourages self-awareness, while right concentration is achieved through focused meditation. These teachings promote the value of peace, both within oneself, through mindfulness and meditation, and outwardly, by spreading it among others. Despite differences in theology, both Christianity and Buddhism agree that peace is a value to be cultivated intentionally. Whether it is through spiritual meditation or active peacemaking, these religions teach that peace requires ongoing effort and should extend beyond the individual to influence the broader community. 2. Dignity. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam all uphold the belief that every person is made in the image of God. This shared teaching forms the basis for the belief that all human beings are sacred and deserving of respect. Alongside this, all three religions affirm that every person is unique, emphasizing that each individual carries a distinct and irreplaceable value. These beliefs are not only theological, but also deeply ethical, demanding justice, compassion, and equal treatment for all. The Abrahamic religions teach that every person has dignity and is of infinite worth based on these teachings. In Judaism, this belief underpins a strong commitment to justice and the sanctity of life. Christianity calls for unconditional love, even towards enemies. Matthew 5, verse 44, and Islam teaches that Allah has honored all children of Adam, commanding fair and respectful treatment for all. These teachings inspire the protection of human rights, support for the oppressed, and the moral duty to uplift the vulnerable. Therefore, the dignity of each person is not simply a social value, but a spiritual truth across these faiths, calling believers to act with compassion and to recognize the divine imprint in every human life. 3. Equality. Islam teaches that all are created equal by Allah. This means that regardless of race, belief, or background, we are all part of the same human family. This belief is supported by the Islamic teaching on the brotherhood of mankind, which emphasizes that human worth is not determined by ethnicity or wealth, but by piety and good deeds. The Prophet Muhammad's final sermon powerfully stated that no Arab is superior to a non-Arab, and no white person to a black person, clearly establishing equality as a religious obligation. Christianity shares this commitment through the teaching, "Love your neighbor as you love yourself." Mark 12 verse 31. This principle encourages believers to treat all people with equal kindness, compassion, and respect. The early Christian community lived out this value by breaking down social barriers and recognizing all believers, Jews and Gentiles, slaves and free, as equal in Christ. Galatians 3, verse 28. Christianity therefore promotes the building up of the community through respect and equality. African traditional religion, ATR, teaches the value of equality through the concept of Ubuntu, meaning, I am because we are. This worldview affirms that every person is part of a shared humanity, and individual well-being is closely tied to the well-being of others. Ubuntu emphasizes mutual respect, collective responsibility, and harmony within the community. Together, these teachings show that equality is a core value in Islam, Christianity, and ATR. Islam's message of universal brotherhood, Christianity's command to love, and ATR's Ubuntu philosophy all promote a society rooted in justice, fairness, and community building. Christianity and Ubuntu in ATR, in particular, emphasize the building up of the community through respect and equality, making equality not only a belief, but a way of life. Question: discuss ways in which interreligious relationships are fostered in South African schools. In South African schools, interreligious relationships are fostered through a combination of inclusive policies, constitutional protections, and a curriculum that promotes understanding and respect for all faiths. To begin with, all schools in South Africa are open and welcome learners of all races, creeds, and religions. This inclusive approach ensures that no learner is excluded from receiving education based on their religious identity. Schools serve as shared spaces where children from various religious traditions interact daily, which naturally promotes interfaith understanding. By learning and growing together, learners develop empathy, awareness, and appreciation for religious diversity. Furthermore, no child may be discriminated against on the basis of religious belief. This is a legal and ethical safeguard that ensures learners are not unfairly treated or excluded due to their personal or family religious affiliations. This rule not only protects learners from bias, but also sets the tone for a respectful learning environment where different belief systems are acknowledged rather than suppressed. The protection is also guaranteed by the Access to Education clause in South Africa's constitution, which upholds every child's right to attend school regardless of religion. This constitutional provision provides a firm foundation for equal treatment and affirms the state's responsibility to ensure that no child is denied education due to their religious background. In doing so, the Constitution plays a central role in reinforcing interreligious tolerance in schools. One of the most direct ways that interreligious understanding is promoted is through religion studies in the school curriculum. Religion studies is not about teaching a specific religion, but rather about helping learners understand the beliefs, practices, and values of various religions. This academic and respectful approach helps foster tolerance and respect among learners, breaking down stereotypes and promoting peaceful coexistence in a religiously diverse society. Additionally, both teachers and learners are allowed to observe religious holidays, a policy that respects the religious practices of individuals within the school community. By recognizing and accommodating these holidays, schools demonstrate respect for all faiths, allowing learners to celebrate their religious traditions without fear of exclusion or penalty. This acceptance also educates others about these holidays, broadening everyone's cultural awareness and promoting mutual respect. It is also important to note that schools may not promote any religion during school hours. This ensures that public education remains neutral and fair, preventing the dominance of one religion over others. Such a policy is critical in maintaining religious balance and avoids the alienation of learners from minority faith groups. This secular approach encourages dialogue rather than division, and fosters a shared space where all religious identities are equally respected. Lastly, creative arts is included in the curriculum, from which learners are exposed to different religions and cultures. Through music, dance, drama, and visual art, learners engage with expressions of faith and culture in ways that are both educational and emotionally resonant. This not only develops creative skills, but also deepens understanding of the values, rituals, and celebrations associated with different religions. Artistic engagement encourages curiosity and empathy, further contributing to interreligious harmony.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.